Hello everyone, I'm just setting up here. If you hear me well, please tell me. So let me know right away everyone can hear me. And we'll get this live stream started. Okay. So welcome to, I guess, Sunday. It's Sunday night for me, the Sunday night live stream. Today, I'm going to talk about some common words that cause confusion. Not just confusion for my students, but also confusion for native speakers. So I'm just going to talk about 3 words tonight, not too many. And it's fairly easy, but it's good to know. So when I was preparing these words, I learned a lot too. I'm just going to check in the chat here and give some time for people to join. Of course, Prakar, Layla, I think Asad's here. Welcome, guys. You are all great students. Carrie's here. Welcome, Carrie. Alfazan Amin from Indonesia. Welcome. And Kim Ungbam. Welcome, Omani. And Tanthanwin, hello. Abdiaziz Ahmed, I'm sorry if I cannot say your name correctly. Welcome. And Florence here. Oh, okay. Nice to see you, Florin. Hang Tong, that was Keith, right? Hang Tong, your nickname was Keith. I don't remember exactly. Arash. He's back. Javier official. I'm from Ecuador. Welcome. And we have Nakari Sahin. Where are you from? That's an interesting name. Stanley from Malaysia is here. Risa sorry about your names. Ramazari. Welcome. Andre is here. Good. And Florin, nice to see you, literally. Robin. Okay, well, I can't see you, Florin, but nice to read your words. Oh, Prabin's here. Okay, welcome, everyone. So, before I start the topic, few notes. Well, first, I'll introduce myself to the new people. My name is Robin. Robin Shaw. I'm an English teacher, and I also, I teach in Korea. I've been teaching in Korea for 20 years, almost 20 years, and I've been teaching on YouTube for about 5 years. So this is one of my channels. I have another channel. You can check my links and get to know me on my website or whatever. I have all kinds of information all over in the links below. Also, the best way to talk to me is WhatsApp. So if you have WhatsApp, join my groups. I reorganized the groups today. Many of you noticed that because I have 5 groups now. Three of them are open, 2 are not open yet, but I'm changing the groups. You can check all the links below. Let's see what else I want to talk about. Schedule. This is what I'm going to try. This is the schedule, so I will do a live stream every day, at least for next week, maybe the week after that. We'll see how it goes. And you can see it's same time every day. I'm here in Korea, so the time is 10:30 p.m. in Korea, and you can check your time, but it's the same time. It starts the same time every day. And you can see Monday, Tuesday, Q&A. Monday, Tuesday, I'm just going to answer English questions. If you have any English questions, join and ask me then. There's no teaching. There's no lesson on Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to, go into IELTS and TOEFL teaching. So if you are interested in test preparation, come on Wednesdays. Thursdays, pronunciation. I'm going to do some pronunciation lesson on Thursdays. Friday is a topic discussion. Saturday is a game. And Sunday, like today, is some English lesson. So I'm going to try this. We'll see how it goes. This schedule will probably change over time. So that's the schedule. Next month, it might, it'll be a different schedule because I'm going back to the university. And I'll just get caught up on who's joining the live stream now. Tika, I am late. Well, welcome, Tika. You gave me the topic today, and I'm going to talk about what you suggested yesterday. Tika suggested today's topic, or a piece of today's topic. I thought it was a good idea, so I followed Tika's suggestion. If anyone has a suggestion for something you would like me to teach, tell me in the comments, and I might do it. We have Elenice BCS. Good morning from Brazil. Welcome. Ungbam Kim. No Korean, please. Only English. And Hector, welcome. Yavi. Okay. Yavi is asking how to pronounce person, reason, the schwa sound like person, reason, or person. That is an excellent question for the Thursday live stream. I would go more into pronunciation on Thursdays. Okay, Rosita, welcome. Fanny. Yeah, I'm going to try every day. And Thomas Clark. Thomas Clark is a friend of mine, American friend of mine. He says, love the beard. Thank you. I'd like to see your beard, Thomas. Tom. That would be interesting. Just Chilmar, I think I remember you from before. And Fanny, Robin, please teach about grammar. Fanny, I'm not a good grammar teacher. That's why in the future I'm going to get Esther in the coming soon is Esther. She'll teach more about grammar. Esther teacher. She's a great grammar teacher. Okay, let's start the topic. So that's the upcoming schedule I'm going to try. Of course, the structure today, we're doing the introduction now. People are joining. I'm going to start the topic soon. I'm going to teach a little bit. And then after the topic, if you have any English questions, I'll try to answer them. I don't promise to answer every question, but I usually pick the easier questions. Some questions take a lot of time, and we don't want to spend too much time on questions. And so that's our what we're going to do today. Topic, introduction, topic, and then the English Q&A. So let's get on to the topic. And these are three common confused words, or they're not three words. It's actually three sets of words that are commonly confused, and not just students. Like I said, sometimes native English speakers confuse them, and I'm going to talk about them today in this lesson. And if you have any questions as I'm teaching, just write it in the chat, and I will try to answer your question. If you are not in the chat room, you need to log into YouTube to join our chat, and I recommend it. Florin asks, why are they so special? These words, there's no quick answer to that. It's just basically there's hundreds of words that, probably thousands of words that are confusing to students. And I kind of chose, Tika from yesterday recommended every day. And then I just added two more that I just kind of randomly chose. and we'll see how it goes. All right, so going to Tika's question from from yesterday. Tika asked about every day versus every day. So you can see the difference right away. One is one word, and the second part, or the second, is 2 words. Okay. So how are they different? So every day. Let's start with that. That is an adjective. So that's very important to know. It's an adjective. It's used as an adjective. So something every day mean it's common and usual and ordinary. All right. Now I'm not gonna give an example now. I'm gonna give an example soon. But make sure you know every day, 1 word is an adjective. And then let's go to the second part. Whoops. Every day, going back, 2 words, it's an adverbial phrase, and this is more common. This means each day or daily, okay? So we have every day that's used as an adjective. It means something that's common, usual, ordinary, and then every day, which means each day and daily. Now, let's take a look at how these are used in sentences. And this helps you to understand them. So let's look at the first sentence. Sometimes everyday life is hard. Okay, so we can see every day there is 1 word, and it's used as an adjective. So it's describing life, everyday life. Now, what is everyday life? You know, your ordinary life, your usual life, okay? So sometimes everyday life is hard. Again, we don't use it commonly as an adjective, but it can be used as an adjective. Let's look at the next example. I eat breakfast every day. All right, so this is saying daily. So this would be a more common use of trying to express yourself that you do something every single day, every day. All right. So that's right there. We have 2 examples of how to use every day as 1 word and then every day as 2 words. Let's go on. Here's another example. These are my everyday shoes. Okay, so you want to express that you have some shoes that you wear every day. So you give them a name, everyday shoes. Every day is the adjective describing the shoes. So you can say, I wear these shoes every day, 2 words. But if you just want to use it as an adjective, these are my everyday shoes. And our last example here, she goes to work every day. So daily, every single day she's going to work. So you can see every day and every day, they sound the same, and it might seem confusing at first, but actually it's very easy to know the difference between every day and every day. Every day as 1 word is an adjective, and it's not so common. So every day, the 2 words is very common, and that's always to express something you do every day. So if you're writing or listening to someone and they say every day, the good chance they're using it as the 2 words, all right, not as the adjective. The adjective is very rare. That is everyday, Tika. I hope you understand it and you're never confused again. Just use it as 2 words. You're pretty safe. And I'm checking. Jess Chilmer, can you make a video every hour all day? Well, no, I can't. And Okay, Florin's starting to use, yeah, Florin. All right, I got it. Okay, let's move on. I'm trying to go quicker today. All right versus all right. This was confusing to me. So Florin, this is one reason I used all right and all right. So we have all right as one word and all right as two words. Now, are they different words? Do they mean the same thing? What's going on? Well, what does all right mean? So all right means something is good condition, it's acceptable, and it can also be interjection. Now, what is an interjection? Interjection is a part of speech when native speakers are usually beginning a sentence and they just use words to start a sentence. Now, sometimes these words have no meaning. So another example of an interjection would be wow or hey, which they don't really have meaning to the sentence. So sometimes all right can be an interjection, and I'll talk about that in my examples. So all right is very common. I think most of you know all right. If I said, yeah, my feeling is all right. I feel all right. Okay, so my condition is good. So let's go on to all right. Now, what I learned is this is the wrong spelling of all right. So they mean the same thing. They mean the same thing, but some people will spell it all right, A-L-R-I-G-H-T. Now, the internet and the dictionary says that's wrong, the wrong spelling. But, very interesting, it is becoming more common over time. So over time, especially recently, more and more people are spelling all right the second way. Officially, it's not accepted as the proper writing. Maybe in the future it'll be accepted. But if you are writing an essay or writing anything, you should use all right. A-L-L-R-I-G-H-T. All right? And I just have a couple of sentences, examples, so you know how to use all right. The mother checked her son to make sure he is all right. He is good condition. This movie is all right. Okay, so this movie is okay. It's acceptable. And then the last one here, I'm using it as an interjection. Someone has asked, finished work? All right, let's go home. So the all right doesn't really have much meaning there. Just sometimes native speakers say these words in a sentence. It's a part of the speech that helps native speakers express themselves. All right, so I just used it. All right, so let's move on. Grace is here. Hello. Or Arash is asking things and stuff. Save your question, Arash. I'm almost finished, and you can ask any question about English. And Florin, I forgot that all right exists. Yeah, it exists. I see it. Sometimes I used it. I have used it. So that's why I kind of checked it today, and I learned, oh yeah, we never use all right as A-L-R-I-G-H-T. Prabin, all right, informal, all right, formal. No, Prabin, I would say, all right, your first is just with one L is wrong, okay? It's not informal, it's just wrong. You shouldn't use it. Well, when we're speaking, it's the same sound, all right. So we're not talking about speaking. We're talking about spelling. And for spelling, it is A-L-L space R-I-G-H-T. If you spell it all right, it's technically wrong. You're saying informal, but I'm going to recommend that 100% of the time you use the two words. Okay, don't even use all right as one word. All right, okay, I think you guys got it. Another teacher may disagree. This is my suggestion, my opinion. It's what I checked today. You're always safe to say all right. Never have a problem. If any comment, I read someone type, "I'm feeling all right." You mean it should be, "I'm feeling all right." Yes, it should be, "I'm feeling all right." But, if someone is texting and they text all right, texting, the spelling rules are very flexible with texting. So I wouldn't worry about texting. It is a quick way to text all right. But the rule is you should write all right as two words. All right. And I'm going to move on to the last word. How do we say these words? What's the first word? What's the second word? How do we pronounce them? Are they pronounced the same? All right, so the first word is breath. Breath. If you guys can repeat after me, breath. And this is a noun. And I'm choosing these two words because a lot of native speakers get them wrong. Breath. And what is breath? It's a noun, so it's a thing. The air. It's the air. And I have two big words here. Inhaled or exhaled out of the lungs. Well, of course, the lungs are here in your body, and the air is what you inhale. It comes into your body. Your lungs need the air, the oxygen. You inhale and you exhale. So inhale, exhale. So what are you inhaling and exhaling? Well, that is the breath, okay, the air. And if you're close to someone and they're inhaling and exhaling and you can smell their breath, you might say, "Oh, you have bad breath." Okay, breath. That's a noun. Inhale, exhale. Those are important words. And lungs. All right. The next word is a verb, and that's breathe. Breathe. So the first word, breath. The second word, breathe. And that is a verb, the action. The action of inhaling and exhaling. So what am I doing? What am I doing now? I am breathing. Okay, breathe. Present continuous. I am breathing. You are breathing right now. So we have the two words, breath and breathe. Do not confuse the pronunciation, and you need to understand that one is a noun and one is a verb. And they're very, very similar, and they're talking about the same thing almost. The breath, the air is you're breathing in the oxygen, inhaling, exhaling. Don't be confused by those two words. Breathe and breath. Let's take a look at our examples. It's hard for me to breathe. Yeah, this room is very hot and stuffy. I'm wearing a sweater today. Big mistake because I turn on the lights. It's getting hot. So it's hard for me to breathe. And Grace, if we stop to breathe, we're going to die. You are correct. So, but it's very important not just to know the spelling, but to make sure you know how to pronounce these words. if we stop to breathe. Let's look at another example. Someone might say, please breathe slowly. Please breathe your action slowly. I am out of breath. So this is a common expression. Maybe you're running, you're jogging, and then you stop. It's difficult to breathe, so we might say, I'm out of breath. Oh, I'm out of breath. Breathing is difficult. I'm out of breath. And our last example, I need to catch my breath. So very often when you say, I'm out of breath, I'm out of breath, you might also say, I need to catch my breath. It's just an expression which means you have to control your breathing better. So if you're jogging or exercising, you might be breathing too fast and you need to catch your breath, which is to calm down from breathing too fast. And what does Prabin say? I'm taking a breathe, just breath. Yeah, and you're using it a little awkward, Prabin. No, I'm taking a breath, just breathe. And now I got it. Sorry, my text is very small. Dude, I'm taking a breath, just breathe, dude. All right. What was awkward about your sentence is dude. It's very strange when students or anyone says dude. Okay, let's move on. Oh, I think that's it for the 3 words. There weren't too many words today. I originally planned 5, but I felt that was a little too much for you and me. Just 3 words, 3 sets of words, and I hope you understand. All right, I'm going to move on to question time. And I have some rules here. Please ask English questions. Don't use other languages. Try to make the grammar correct in your question. So if you're going to ask a question, part of asking the question is getting the correct grammar to make a question. And don't forget to add a question mark. A lot of students don't add that question mark, and I'm not sure if you're asking a question. So if you guys have any English questions, now is the time to ask me about anything, whatever. Start typing it in, get good grammar, make sure you have the question mark. Susana Sanchez, nice to see you again. Yeah, maybe I look very different to a lot of you. I'm typing. Bogdan. Oh, before Bogdan, Layla, what kind of game is it? Is that on Sunday? The game is not Sunday. The game is Saturday. What type of game is it? I'm going to... I don't know exactly. I'm still planning it, but I'm going to design a game where, the people in the chat can play the game. I will do my best. I don't think anyone has done a game by live stream before, so I might be the first. So I'm just testing. Join Saturday to find out. Bogdan, hi Robin. What is the difference between awesome and amazing when they used as exclamations? Well, exclamation means you're putting more excitement to the word. So if you write awesome with exclamation, you're just really emphasizing something is awesome or amazing. Generally speaking, we don't use many exclamation marks in writing, But if you do see it, it's just emphasizing those words, putting more excitement into those words. I think that's your question. So if I write awesome, just really great, awesome. All right. Arash, how to use all and whole in a sentence. Okay, I think I know what Arash is asking about all and whole. That's a difficult. I haven't thought about that, Arash. I know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna get help. I'm not the perfect teacher. I can see some videos on YouTube. All right. Yeah, what I can see right away is there's so many different situations, Arash. There's so many situations we would use all, and there's so many different situations we would use whole, and there's not one basic rule to know when to use all or whole. Don't give up though. If you have specific examples, ask me. Yeah, it's up to you to give me specific examples so I can comment, because there's so many ways to use all and whole. Sorry, I can't answer you in detail right now. Grace asks, I am confused when I'm using these three words. Could you make some example sentence with them and explain meaning difference between those? The three words I talked about today. Are you talking about that? Well, how about the people in my chat group? Why don't you write examples of the three sets of words I talked about today, to show me you know how to use them, and to show Grace how to use them. Nafas, hi, I'm from Iran. Hello. Prabin asks, what is the formal word so I could be polite? Can I call you dude, bra, man? No, you cannot call me those things. The first problem is I'm a teacher. So you can never call a teacher a dude, a bro, a man. The second problem is my age. I'm over 40, right? So calling someone over 40 dude, bro, man is also a little strange. So the polite way is just call me my name, call me by my name, Robin. The formal would be sir. Hello, sir. That would be the best if you're meeting a teacher or a stranger. Dude, bro, man, these don't really match me. Probably an all day, whole week, maybe. Florin, how is English in Central America? Well, I talked about that in last night's live stream. I talked about Central America, and very quickly, they don't speak English very much in Central America, but they speak a lot of Spanish. Tika, how to make a sentence about the topic everyday breath. All right, I have no idea to make sentences with that word. Okay, well, I'll do a few examples. Every day I take a breath and breathe cold air when I walk outside. All right. So I wrote an example sentence there, trying to use a lot of the words we learned today. So every day, I do it daily, every day. I take a breath. I breathe cold air when I walk outside. All right? You okay? Do you understand? Again, you guys have to try and make the sentences. Hing Tong, I hear many native speakers always use the word probably. How could I use this word? Well, probably is a strong maybe. You know, maybe is kind of 50-50, 50%, 50%. Or probably is like 80% that you're sure of something. Will it snow tomorrow? Probably. So if you said maybe, you're not really sure, but probably you're sure. You're not 100% sure, but you're probably sure. I hope that helps. Gray Slim, the tree words. Here, I'm gonna go to big screen there. The tree words were even if, even though. Oh, that's too difficult, Grace, because that's a very complicated. That's a very complicated. It's very complicated to explain all of those in a short time right now. But I will certainly make a note for future video. Maybe next week I will do that in a video. But I can't teach all that right now. It would just take too long. Robin. Oh, hello, Sir Robin. Yep, that's formal. Florin, example, it is all right to breathe when you have breath for everyday life and doing this every day. You're using the words right, but the sentence, my sentence was also awkward and your sentence is also awkward when we're trying to use all this vocabulary. But you're using the words correctly, Florin. Layla, during my trip, I was trying to practice my English when I want to buy something or to ask about something, but I was embarrassed and I forgot what I want to say. What should I do? Well, I would first ask, why were you embarrassed? Because you forgot? Well, Layla, don't be shy, Layla. You cannot learn English if you are shy, and you just have to keep trying. It takes practice. So, yeah, you have to practice. Don't be shy. Keep trying. You'll get it. Susanna, Robin, remember the promise you made me. What is the difference between talk, say, tell, and speak? Please. Okay, Susanna, I hope you're still watching. I'm about 3 minutes behind. So, Susanna, yes, I wrote a script for a video to explain all the different ways to use talk, say, tell, and speak. And that video is going to be made by Esther, another teacher, a female teacher. So I gave her that script, and she might do that as a video on my other channel, or she might do that as a live stream here. But from your question, I did make a script, and I spent hours making a video to explain perfectly how to use all that Sorry, I can't do it now, but I'll try to keep you updated on when that video is coming. Prabin, don't cheat your wife, all right? Otherwise, you will lose your breath. Although, even though, even if, likewise. Yeah, that would take a long time to explain all those cases. I'll make a note. Now fast, up the hill, I was completely out of breath. Yeah, so maybe Nafas, after walking up the hill, I was completely out of breath. Good sentence. Adama, I need to understand the around. It is very difficult for me to employ this word, around. Are you talking about the word around, the vocabulary around? I'm going to tell you, Adama, that around has many, many meanings. So if you have an example sentence, so I know what meaning you're talking about, I can help you with that word. So give me an example sentence and I can help you, because around, I think you're talking about round. Alan Harlan, hello. Where are you from, Alan? Grace, how about dear? In the group chat, many strangers say, hello, my dear. How are you, dear? This is a little weird to me. Is it common to use dear? Grace, it's up to you. Dear, the person that uses dear is trying to be friendly. They're trying to be very nice, but I think it's an okay word. I don't think they're trying to be rude, but you know, some women are sensitive to be called words like dear. It's up to you. I would say don't worry about it. It's a good word. But if you don't like it, just tell them not to use dear. Okay, Tika. Arash, all my classmates came to class today, but they didn't attend. They didn't attend the whole week. Okay, so Arash, yeah. You could say, because whole and all can be, not all the time, but a lot of the times they can be used in the same way. And I'll write it here. So the whole week, I'm going to do an example. They didn't attend class the whole week. And they didn't attend class. Get my spelling right. So they didn't attend class the whole week. They didn't attend class all week. This means the same thing. I'm losing my focus. So of course, the whole week is a little bit, they mean the same thing, but the whole week would be a little bit stronger. So in this case, all and whole would mean the same thing, but not every case. And again, I can't really think about every case. If you have another example, let me know. Okay, we're getting lots of questions now. I'll try to get through them. I got to go quicker. So if I go through your question too quick, I'm sorry. Fenny, how about perhaps? What is the difference with maybe and probably? Maybe and perhaps are the same thing, okay? So perhaps would be a little bit more formal. I think, I don't know. British people use it more than Americans. They say perhaps. I'm not sure about that. As I get older, I tend to use perhaps more than maybe. It's just a nicer word, but perhaps and maybe are the same thing. Florin, how do I know which English exam should I pass? Florin, I don't think you need an English exam. Fanny, might, maybe, probably, and perhaps. It's a same meaning, right? No. Might, maybe, perhaps are in the same family. Probably is a little bit stronger. Probably is closer to surely or certainly. Okay, Susanna. Yeah, wait for that video, Susanna. It's coming. I made it. I'm making it. Layla, what's the difference between I made a mistake and I'm sorry, it's my fault? Both of these are taking ownership. We say taking ownership of something bad you've done. I've made a mistake, and sorry, it's my fault. These are just expressions we say when you made a mistake. You admit it, okay? You don't lie. You just say, I made a mistake. I'm sorry, it's my fault. I'm sorry, it's my fault is more of an apology. I made a mistake is a statement. Adama, it's no around. I think you mean it's not around here. Excuse me. So around would mean in this area. Around me now is the blackboard monitors. This is around me. In my area. I hope that helps. Muhammad, name. Hello, sir. Hello, Muhammad. Alan Harlan, I'm from Brazil. I want to move to Canada and experience life there. Learn Canadian English is very important to me. Well, Alan, good luck. Canada is a great place to live. And Canadians speak the best English in the world, like me. So I hope you get there. Grace Lim, how about never mind? Never mind, I think you wrote it as 2 words. It should be... Oh, it's 1 word. Never mind there, I think should be 1 word. Is it a strong reject? Yes. Never mind is... I can't think of every case, but what I'm thinking now is, yeah, it's kind of a little bit negative to say, I don't need your help anymore. Than Nguyen, where are you from? Or where do you from? Oh, that is basic English. Than, where are you from? I'm from Canada. Where are you from? Where are you from? Now, you can say, where are you from? And where do you come from? Okay, I think that's what you're confused about. Those 2 questions mean the same thing. Where are you from? Where do you come from? Florin, I saw the image blurred. That's the focus, Florin. So I'm moving around. That focus, you know, this YouTube and videos and streaming is not perfect yet. You know, I don't have the best camera, Florin. Feel free to buy me a better camera. This camera is good enough for now, but in the future, if If just this channel becomes more popular, I can buy better equipment. Until then, sometimes the camera is going to blur. Belajar Cantones, sir, give me tips to be fluent in English. Well, the number one tip I always give if you want fluency is you have to read English books every day. You have to read for fun. 20 to 30 minutes every day. Start reading, read every day, and this will help you to become fluent. Start with that. Mohammed name, how are you, sir? I'm doing fine. I'm a little bit hot. Oh, Tareem, hello. Florin, are you on HelloTalk, Robin? Yeah, I'm on HelloTalk. In the links below, you can find my HelloTalk group. For those of you who don't know, HelloTalk is the Korean chatting app. Layla, let's see. When we use in time and on time, Peter wants to start the meeting on time. Peter wants to finish the meeting in time. Yeah, you're using it right. On time is my live stream starts at 10:30. I try to start on time. That means I try to start at 10:30. 10:31 is late. 10:29 is early. 10:30 is on time. In time. It's kind of... Usually we use in time before something. So if Peter wants to finish the meeting in time, maybe like there's work stops at 5. He wants to finish the meeting before 5 o'clock in time. I hope that helps. That would be a good video too, talking about time. I'm going to make a note about that for a future video. In time, on time. Because that can be confusing, Layla. Florin, ever, at least one time happening and never deny it. Have you ever? I've never. Lesson and lesson sound equal. Well, yeah, lesson. Those two words sound the same sound. Yavier. Lesson and lesson. Subtitle movie clips. Kevin, I think that's your name. Is there a rule I can follow to know when the letter E is a schwa? Well, the best thing for you to do is if you're trying to focus on pronunciation in a way I don't really encourage students to focus on pronunciation, but the best thing for you to follow is the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet, and this will help you put in the words and you can see if the words use the schwa. There is no rule other than putting them into the International Phonetic Alphabet dictionary or whatever to know if that word has a schwa. Dama, yeah, I know where you come from. I saw you in the WhatsApp group. If you guys like my teaching, I usually don't say this, but it helps the video if you like the video. If you like it, click like. If you don't like it, hit don't like. Right now. Mohammed Naeem, how can I improve my speaking English? Can you suggest anything so which I can practice improve my English? For your speaking, join the WhatsApp group, send voice notes every day. Also, there are language exchanges in your city somewhere. There are groups of people practicing English. You got to find them. This is free. If you're willing to pay, then you get a tutor, a native speaker tutor to practice English with. But for free, there's language exchanges in your city, and send voice notes on WhatsApp. Alan, thank you, Robin. I also want to taste a double-double from Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is the famous coffee franchise in Canada. But sorry, Alan, I do not know what a double-double is. I don't live in Canada. I haven't been to a Tim Hortons ever in my life. I've never been to Tim Hortons. Nora Ahmed. Hello, Robin. Hello, Nora Ahmed. Grace Lim. Is it easy to get Korean citizenship or business visa to stay longer to foreigners? Well, that's not really an English question, Grace, but I'll answer that. Korean citizenship is very difficult to get unless you are fluent in Korean and you are married and you have a baby. So if somebody marries a Korean and has a baby with the Korean and they speak Korean fluently, it's very easy to get Korean citizenship. Someone like me, it's impossible to get Korean citizenship, but also I don't want Korean citizenship. I don't need that. To stay in Korea, I'm on a work visa, or actually I'm not on a work visa anymore. I'm actually a resident of Korea. So I have a resident visa. These are also not, a resident visa is not easy to get. I did have to learn some Korean and pass a Korean test, but I didn't have to be fluent. Yeah, citizenship is one word. Layla, is this question correct or not? Could I take a picture of you? That is correct. I would make it more polite. May I take a picture of you? Or actually, I'm going to write it here. May I take your photo? May I take a photo of you? Oh, what happened there? We don't want that. Sorry, we went back to the presentation. May I take a photo of you? May I take a picture of you? So I would use may I, which is a little more polite because taking a picture can be rude, right? So because the situation could be very rude, we want to use the most polite way, may I. All right, Fanny, couple of days. That means 2 days, right? Yes. But when someone talked to me a couple of days or a couple of months, but they talk not like showing, that means 2 days. I don't know, I'm wrong. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Sometimes native speakers, like, I'm going to go to India in a couple of months. But that might not be exact. That might not mean 2 months. That might mean a few months. So sometimes instead of, we should say a few months, but sometimes, or a few days, but sometimes native speakers say a couple of days, couple of months. So my advice to you is that is not always exact. So if they say a couple of days, don't mark 2 days. It could be 3 days. It's not always exact. The native speakers are wrong, but that's sometimes how they use it. Florin, I have something embarrassing to say. I hardly spot the difference between relation and relationship. What do you mean the difference? The difference in meaning? Because relation, my relation is a relative, and a relationship is the situation I have with people, the connection, the social connection with people is a relationship. All right, Maria Khan is asking the pronunciation of the TH word. Some pronounce it in F sound. Which way would be good? Which words are you talking about, Maria? That would be a good question for Thursday, my pronunciation. I might talk about TH on Thursday. I don't know yet, but Thursday would be good to talk about TH. If you have some words, type the words now and I can say them to help you. Florin, I looked at these two words in dictionary. Oh, the relationship. I guess sometimes we say I have relations with her, and that could mean a relationship. But actually, the word relation is not so common, Florin. Relationship, very common word used, I use that all the time, but the word relation is not so common. I don't really use that word. Yave, when use of sound at V or of. So, yeah, that's going to be a V sound. Off, O-F-F, versus of. Very different sounds. Off, of. Alan Harden, when I want something, why do I have to say I want it? Example, I wanted to schedule a lesson with... Well, Alan, this is tense problem. So are you using present tense or past tense? So I wanted means past tense. So I wanted to eat dinner tonight, but I didn't. So I wanted to eat dinner. So I'm talking about the past, long ago. I wanted to eat dinner, but I didn't. If I said I want to eat dinner, that's talking about right now. So there's a very clear reason why we would use wanted and want. If I don't understand your question, try to change how you ask the question. But anyway, native speakers might use I wanted to eat dinner. No, I think most of the time native speakers are using the tense correctly. I wanted means something I wanted in the past, and I want is right now. Off, of, off, of. Tika, I hope that helps you. All right, just... Okay, let's move on. Fenny, what's the difference between seen and saw? Sorry, I'm thinking about another question. It's over an hour. My brain is starting to get slow. All right, well, simply put, saw is the past tense of see. So if you want to say I saw my friend yesterday. Seen, what would be the grammar? I think it's the past participle. Okay, I saw my friend yesterday. If I was using seen, I have seen. So I'm going to put have. I have seen my friend 3 times this week. Okay, so there's just different ways of expressing the time tense. I'm getting tired now. I'm not going to go into too much detail. All right, guys, I'm going to finish up in 5 minutes. So if you have any last questions, get them in. Subtitled movie clips. Pronunciation is one of the hardest things in English. I wish I could know the correct pronunciation of all words I see. I almost look up every word I see. Well, Thursday, in my Thursday live stream, I'm going to talk about pronunciation in more detail, so that would be good. And one thing I'm going to say is I think a lot of students think their pronunciation is terrible, but actually their pronunciation is fine. Because for pronunciation to be correct means a native speaker can, or the person you're talking to, understands the word you say. Your accent might not be British or American. Doesn't matter. You don't need British or American accent. But if you say a word and the person you're talking to understands the word, your pronunciation is perfect. It might be different than me, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. Adama, what is the difference between leave and let? You need the question mark, Adama. That's part of the learning process. You gotta add, if you're asking a question, get the question mark. Leave and let. Do you have example sentences? Maybe leave it alone, let it be. I'm not sure what you mean. Layla, I had a lot of questions to ask you today. I'm afraid to bother you with my questions. Well, Layla, you don't have to ask me all these questions today because I am doing live streams every day. So you can come, but you don't have to, everyone, you don't have to watch me every day, but you can come in once or twice a week, ask a question then. You don't have to ask everything today. Florin, wanted and want it sound almost the same. I never thought about that, Florin, but yes, if someone is speaking very fast, it could sound the same. I want it. I'm wanted. Yeah. Turn off the switch. I don't know what you mean. Florin, what are the real levels of English of native speakers at English? Well, native speaker means top level. All native speakers are top level in every language. They're native speakers. Now, on a test, Florin, you could probably score a higher TOEFL or IELTS score than a lot of native speakers on a test, because it's a different kind of English. Probin, what are you talking about? Tika, how to pronounce looked? Looked has a T sound. Looked and look at. Look at. And Florin is right. ED is pronounced T in looked. Looked. Look at. Grace, we are going to see Robin's live stream 5 days a week. Can it be 7 times? Yeah, it's 7 times a week, Grace. I'll go back to the schedule. Maybe you were late. It is 7 times. I will be here every day, every night, 10:30. You guys just tune in if you got questions or you need some English. Again, I don't expect everyone to watch every night, but once or twice a week, tune in. I hope I can teach you something. Probin, what are you doing? You're just putting random sentences? All right, Alan, take care. Maria, thank you. No, the F sound is very wrong. It can never be an F sound on thank you. It has to be thank you. If you look at the TH, my thank you, thank you. My tongue is coming out. Thank you. Thank you means their tongue is not coming out. Pronunciation is a physical. If you have wrong pronunciation, it is a physical problem. It means your mouth is not moving or your tongue is not moving in the correct way. Thank you. Florin. Oh, Probin's making examples. Florin, what's your questions? Quick. Quick. I'm going to end it. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Well, Florin got his question. Had a great speech for debate in English. I have no answer for you tonight, Florin, on that question. It's a little, I don't know what I would say. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to try 7 days a week live streams. Some live streams are quicker. Some live streams are longer. Of course, I'm starting these live streams 10:30 p.m. in Korea. Your area, it's morning, afternoon. So I'm going to be, I can't do 2-3 hours. I would be very tired. So the live streams will be about an hour. That's my target, sometimes an hour 20. And I'll do my best to teach you guys. But please understand, I'm going to make mistakes sometimes. And I'm just going to get tired. And sometimes my brain can't think to answer your questions. But I'm always doing my best to help you guys. So probably after the live streams, I always go into the WhatsApp groups. Join my WhatsApp groups if you haven't. Join my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Like this video if you liked. These videos are always available. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And I'll be back here tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. Have a good night. Well, good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are. For me, it's night. It's almost midnight. Good night, guys.